Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Thank you.
Young man of Telangana State Center.
Young man.
సార్ మీరు తిరిగినట్టు ఎవరు తిరగట్లేదు సార్.
ఏమిటి సార్?
మీరు తిరిగినట్టు ఎవరు తిరగలేరు, మేము కూడా తిరగలేము అసలు.
అదంటారా? ఓకే, ఏదో ఒక్కొక్కరు హాబీ ఉంటుంది, అంతకంటే ఏమీ లేదు రండి.
చాలా పేషెన్స్ కావాలి, అలా తిరగాలన్నా కూడా ఊరు తిరగాలని మాటలు.
అంతేనండి, పేషెన్స్ ఉంటుంది.
సార్ డాక్టర్ నాగభూషణ గారు,
బ్రహ్మారెడ్డి సాబ్, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
నమస్తే ప్రొఫెసర్ సాబ్.
నమస్తే సార్.
నమస్కారం.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్. సుబ్బిరెడ్డి గారు, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. హౌ ఇస్ యువర్ హెల్త్ సార్?
ఓకే, getting well now.
He joined from hospital room only.
Okay.
సార్ సుబ్బిరెడ్డి సార్, నాగభూషణ సార్ పలకరించారు.
ఎవరు?
నాగభూషణ సార్, డాక్టర్ నాగభూషణ గారు.
నాగభూషణ్ గారు, నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం సార్, నాగభూషణ్ రావు సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్, వెంకట సుబ్బయ్య గారు.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ ప్రొఫెసర్ సాబ్. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్
ప్రొఫెసర్ గారు, బాగున్నారా?
బాగున్నాం సార్, మీరు బాగున్నారా?
నేను బాగానే ఉన్నాను సార్, పర్వాలేదు. లిటిల్ బిట్ కొంచెం సెట్ బ్యాక్ వచ్చింది.
స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. 12 మంది అయ్యారు సార్.
స్టార్ట్ చేయండి సార్, బెటర్.
Good evening to all of you. So I extend a warm welcome for the keynote speaker, Dr. D. Venkat Reddy, Engineer B. Brahma Reddy. Yes, sir. Brahma Reddy, Chairman IA Telangana State Center, Dr. ISN Razu, Council member and convener of the event, committee members Subbireddy Garu, Professor Moinuddin Garu, and all other invitees.
Nagbhushan Rao sir.
Nagbhushan Rao Garu, Dr. Pushpa Madam, wife of Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu, and others for the 26th Endowment lecture of Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu. Now I request Engineer Brahma Reddy Garu to preside over the event and conduct the proceedings.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Venkat Subbaya Garu.
Thank you, sir.
Today, we are celebrating 26th endowment lecture in the as a tribute to Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu, the eminent engineer, with the topic on protection of bridges from extreme natural disasters and site selection of bridges. Respected eminent speaker Dr. D. Venkat Reddy Garu, Professor and Head of the Department, retired Department of Civil Engineering, NIT Surathkal, Karnataka, visiting faculty of Reva University, Bangalore. Dr. ISN Raju Garu, Council member and convener of the event. Dr. G. Venkat Subbaya Garu, FIE Honorary Secretary, IA Telangana State Center. Dr. S. Nagbhushan Rao sir, past Vice President and past Chairman of IEI. Professor Mohiddin Garu, Ramanjanil Garu, family member Dr. Pushpa Madam, BK Venkatram Garu, Sudhakar Rao Garu, and other council members and corporate members, Engineer Subbireddy Garu, and past chairman, past honorary secretaries, members of Telangana State Center Committee, corporate members of IEI, distinguished guests on the virtual screen, and family members of Matur Gopal Rao Garu, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I feel it is a great and privilege and honor to be amidst this august gathering and extend a warm and hearty welcome to the today's eminent speaker, Dr. D. Venkatreddy Garu, and all of you to this Engineer Matur Gopal Rao 26th Endowment Lecture. Today, I am very happy to be associated with this memorable event. And I would like to say a few words about our Telangana State Center as usual. Is proud to bring it to your notice that the Telangana Center is the only and first center in India among the IEI centers which has been awarded which has been awarded ISO certification 9001-2015, and also it bagged 3 times consecutively Best State Center Award for previous 3 years, and we got more than 10,000 corporate members and 19,000 non-corporate members in its fold, and one of the most active centers which is successfully translating the objectives, vision and mission of the IEI into practice. And almost every third day, the center has been conducting a program, either as a seminar, national convention, or workshop, or roundtable conference by means of other programs and events. I am glad to inform that the Telangana State Center of the Institution of Business has been regularly organizing 20 endowment lectures every year on the birthdays in the honor of the eminent engineers like Engineer V. Subbarao, Engineer M. Tirupati Reddy, Professor K. Gopichan, Dr. J. Purushottam, Engineer G. Prabhakar, Engineer Koka Krishnamohan Rao, Engineer J. V. Subbarao, Engineer T. Hanumantarao, Engineer A. P. Ranganatha Swami, Dr. S. Raghavachari, Dr. Narla Tatarao, Engineer Matur Gopal Rao, Engineer Gurram Kotreddy, Engineer Atlur Venkateshwar Rao, Dr. J. John A. Murray, Engineer R.L. Raju, Dr. N.V.R.L.N. Rao Garu, Dr. A. Ramakrishna, Engineer I. Basavaraju, and Engineers L. Venkatakrishna Iyer, K.V. Srinivasa Rao, and M.L. Swami Endowment Lectures. I take this opportunity to bring few words about our veteran engineer, Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu. Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu, born on September 10th, 1917, he had a brilliant academic career, having passed AMI India examination in the highest rank. He was directly recruited to the gazetted cadre in the engineering field, having topped in the selection by the Hyderabad Public Service Commission. Apart from investigations of water supply, drainage, and other irrigation works, he had the privilege of constructing the largest masonry structure of the world, the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, right from the foundation to the completion. He was the chief engineer of Andhra Pradesh and also chief engineer in Government of India, Ministry of Energy, in the construction of Salal hydroelectric project. Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu served as consultant to the Government of India in the Ministry of Energy and as a chairman of the Andhra Pradesh State Construction Corporation Limited, a state government undertaking, and as a chairman of the corporation, apart from construction of canals, buildings, Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu was associated with the construction of Srisailam Dam, the largest hydropower structure then under the construction in India. As an active member of the Institution of Engineers India from the year 1945, he served as the chairman of Nagarjuna Sagar Sub-Center for 2 years and was a member of the Council of the Institution of Engineers in the year 1971. He was also the member of Central Board of Irrigation and Power and the Vice President of Indian Society of Engineering Geology during 1970-73 and also a member of the Indian Standards Institution. As a delegate of India, selected by the Indian National Committee, he attended the International Congress on Large Dams held in Montreal in the year 1970. Engineer Matur Gopal Rao was deputed to Afghanistan in April 1973 for investigations and advice on water resources and finalization of the schemes for dams across various rivers in that country. He was selected by the United Nations team for assignment of building dams in British Guyana in 1972. Engineer Matur Gopal Rao visited countries around the world, Europe, USA, and Japan, and traveled in the Middle East countries in 1978 for exploration of constructional activities. Engineer Matur Gopal Rao Garu has authored a book, Nagarjuna Sagar, the Epic of Great Temple of Humanity, which was published by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. It is sad to note that he passed away on September 2nd, 1997. In pursuance of the resolution of the then erstwhile AP State Center at Hyderabad, so it was decided to organize an endowment lecture in the memory of the great engineer in Matur Gopal Rao Garu in the year 1998 and delivered lectures by persons of high eminence. Today, Telangana State Center organized Engineer Matur Gopal Rao 26th Endowment Lecture on protection of bridges from extreme natural disasters and site selection of major bridges by the eminent speaker, Dr. D. Venkat Reddy Garu. Since you are all anxiously awaiting to hear the talk from the eminent speaker, I limit myself and hope that you will really enjoy the talk. On behalf of the Telangana State Center of the Institution of Engineers and on my own behalf, I once again extend a hearty welcome to the eminent speaker, Dr. D. Venkat Reddy Garu, and all of you to this important event, and thanks one and all. Now, may I request Dr. I. Satyanarayan Raj Garu, convener of the event and council member of IEI, to kindly introduce the eminent speaker to the honorable audience. Thank you, sir. Over to
Mute chair. You mute. Good evening to everybody. Warm welcome to the 26th Matur Gopal Rao Garu Endowment Lecture organized by Institute of Engineers Telangana State Center. Respected presiding officer and chairman D. Rammareddy Garu, chief guest and keynote speaker Dr. D. Venkat Reddy Garu, other past chairmen, honorary secretaries, council members, corporate members, and allied gathering here. Ladies and gentlemen, we feel privileged to be amidst of today's evening 26th Matur Gopal Rao Garu Endowment Lecture. And I am also a retired chief engineer from irrigation department. I am very much overwhelmed to say a few words about our legend engineer of erstwhile generation. I am told that Matur Gopal Rao Garu is a not national figure and also internationally contributed. And his name is always written in the history of Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, Srisailam Dam, and also Pochampadu. Also he served because he was the first managing director of the erstwhile combined state AP State Construction Corporation. So as a corporation chairman and MD also, he executed works of all these projects for early completion of the same. Another important noted feature is actually when he is chief engineer of in charge of Salal Dam, the present Jayaprakash Narayana, that construction company is there. That founder chairman happens to be working there in Salal Dam, and I am told by our seniors that Gopal Rao Garu encouraged him to start this Jayaprakash Narayana Projects Company Limited. Now it has become has executed a lot of projects and in civil sectors. So we once again pay our tribute to Matur Gopal Rao Garu, and I forgot to say that family members are also there. Thank you, and we also reminding him and my respect to them. So now it is my proud privilege to introduce today's eminent speaker, Dr. D. Venkat Reddy Garu. He is none other than a former professor at our Department of Civil Engineering, NIT Surathkal, Karnataka, and presently he is a visiting faculty of Rava University, Bangalore. And D. Venkat Reddy Garu, he is our Hyderabadite and also he is alumni of Usmania University. He had his MSc, MTech and also the PhD from Usmania University. And he is today he is a very eminent expert in engineering geology. In irrigation, travel with engineering geology because all the dams before starting and founders exploration, engineering geology is very, very important. And Sri D. Venkat Reddy Garu has rendered greater service in upcoming in lot of dams that has already completed and also the new dams that are coming. And after retirement, he is not only a great academician, but he is served as a consulting faculty with Mrs. L&T Construction Company, that is Chennai. And he was the author of many books also. And he has written a number of books, Industry and Architectural Rocks and Stones, that was one book was published by him. And also Decorative and Dimensional Stones of India, also is authored that one. And Dr. Reddy Saab has published innumerable number of papers. I think roughly about 100 papers he has contributed in the international, national forum of workshops, seminars, and roundtable conferences. He has also organized international seminars, national conferences, and some of the conferences he was chaired the conferences. He was the chairman of organizing committee of those international conferences, and also he was the advisor to the advisor of the advisory committee member also. Dr. Venkat Reddy Garu received a distinguished Indian award at the international conference during 2010, and he also received a Research Excellent Award during the 3rd World Conference of Applied Sciences and Engineering and Technology during the year 2014, held at Kanpur. Dr. Venkat Reddy Garu is the editor-in-chief of International Civil Engineering Journal, International Journal of Earth Sciences and Engineering. And it is quite apt today that he happens to be the speaker of the great personality like Matur Gopal on his 26th endowment lecture. And his topic is also of the very today's requirement, that is regarding the protection of bridges from extreme natural disasters. And also I would like to give some case studies of typical case points and also site selection for the major dams, because India got a longest coastline and almost subjected to natural disasters like cyclones, floods, and all those things. And the topic what he is going to present is very, very important. And I request on behalf of all of you, Dr. D. Venkat Reddy Garu, to present his topic for today's endowment talk. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me an opportunity.
Sir, good evening, sir. Over to Professor Venkat Reddy Garu.
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir. Next, PPT to be presented. Here my PPT should be open.
Are you able to share, sir?
Can you go by share the screen?
Sir,
Hello, Reddy garu. My PPT should be open. Reddy garu.
PPT ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నట్టు సార్ PPT ప్రాబ్లం
అదే మరి మనం పంపమంటే
పంపమంటే పంపలేదు సార్.
ఓపెన్ మీరు చెప్పండి ఏం చేయాలి now?
సార్ వెంకటరెడ్డి సార్,
చెప్పండి.
can you please send the PPT? We will share, sir. I think some problem is there in sharing by.
No, it is the share the screen చేయమంటారా అన్నది?
మీరు మాకు పంపిస్తే మేము షేర్ చేస్తాం. వాట్సాప్ లో పెట్టినా సరే, మేము నా మెయిల్ పెట్టినా సరే.
ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్క్రీన్ పైన మనం ప్రింట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా?
చెయ్యొచ్చు ఈ స్క్రీన్ లో నుంచి మీరు.
ఎక్కడ క్లిక్ చేసి చెప్పండి మీరు ఇప్పుడు. PPT ఆల్రెడీ ఓపెన్ ఇన్ మై సిస్టమ్.
కానీ మీరు కింద షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని ఉంటుంది సార్, అది నొక్కి దాన్ని అటు సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తేనే వచ్చింది అది.
పోస్ట్ డిసేబుల్ ది షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని ఉంది.
గైడ్ చేయమ్మా సార్, నీ ఫోన్ లో నుంచి నంబర్ ఉందా సార్ది?
నీకు అలో చేయాలి కదా
సార్ బాటమ్ లో ఉంటుంది సార్ షేర్ స్క్రీన్ అని.
దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఆ హోస్ట్ డిసేబుల్డ్ పార్టిసిపెంట్
స్క్రీన్
స్క్రీన్
కనపడుతూ ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేయగానే మీకు మెనూ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. ఆ మెనూలో మీ స్క్రీన్ కనపడుతుంది సార్. ఆ స్క్రీన్ ని డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయండి.
హోస్ట్ డిసేబుల్డ్ ది పార్టిసిపెంట్ స్క్రీన్ అని వస్తుంది.
లేదు సార్, మీకు హోస్ట్ ఇచ్చాను మీకు.
ఒక్క నిమిషం సార్. హలో
చూడండి సార్, మళ్ళీ
చెప్పండి
సార్ మరి ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి సార్.
ఓకే ఒక్క నిమిషం. వాట్సాప్ లో బ్రహ్మరెడ్డి పంపించాలన్నా? బ్రహ్మరెడ్డి పంపిస్తాను నేను. ఇది
హలో వెంకటరెడ్డి గారు. హలో వెంకటరెడ్డి గారు. సార్ వెంకటరెడ్డి గారు. హలో వినిపిస్తుంది సార్? హలో సార్ వెంకటరెడ్డి గారు.
రత్న గారు, నీ మాట వినపడుతున్నాయి కానీ సార్ రెస్పాండ్ కావడం లేదు.
ఆయన మైక్ చెవికి పెట్టుకోలేదు సార్, కింద వదిలేసాడు ఆయన.
ఓహో, అందుకే
ఇయర్ ఫోన్స్.
ఇలా కాల్ చేస్తారా?
మరి అది ఆయన షేర్ స్క్రీన్ వస్తుంది సార్, మరి ఎందుకు రావట్లేదండి? కోస్ట్ కూడా చేశాను సార్ని.
నంబర్ ఉందా?
సార్ వెంకటరెడ్డి గారు
పంపించాను సార్.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు షేర్ స్క్రీన్ మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి సార్, వస్తుంది.
I present number of times. I don't know what is the problem. Share the screen. Now it is coming. Yes.
Yes, it is coming, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now the problem is to maximize that one. I think I want to see the maximize.
మ్యాక్సిమైజ్ చేయండి సార్ పీపీటీ.
Okay, sir. So good evening, all the participants. Can I start, sir?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay, sir. So good evening to eminent our engineers, and I'm very happy to share a few of my thoughts to eminent engineers, particularly in case of the mainly I'm focusing about the engineering geological point of view. So I am working in the engineering geology field with the civil engineers and also mining engineers, also metallurgical engineers, chemical engineers. And at present, from the last 2 months, I am one of the advisor for the Center for Climate Change, Environmental Management, Civil Engineering in the Engineering Staff College of India. So to share my thoughts, and we can have today to discuss about the particularly in case of the the second slide move అవుతుంది కదా. ఓకే ఓకే వెయిట్ చేయకండి పాపం ఆల్రెడీ లేట్ అయిపోయింది కదా.
Sir, at the right bottom, sir, the right bottom, before 90%, there is one symbol. Please press that one, sir, so that you can get presentation more. Before 90%. Before 90%, one symbol is there. No,
Yeah,
before,
what-
left side of 90.
uh,
Left side of percentage. You please press that one.
next, sir.
No, sir, it is not coming, sir. Not coming. Okay. Then we. Not coming, sir. రత్న గారు మీరు షేర్ చేయొచ్చు కదా.
చేస్తున్నాను సార్, నేనే చేస్తున్నాను. జస్ట్ మినిట్ సార్.
ఓకే.
Sir Venkareddy garu.
Yeah, it is ready.
Ready, sir. Please.
So I can change the slide, you can change the slide, sir.
Next slide, sir.
You want to slide next, you should change, I follow for me to change. Okay. So sorry for the disturbance and to last a few minutes. We can have a discussions, particularly about the bridge selection to the extreme natural disasters. So as a bridge engineer, I think you know about, we studied about many engineering geological point of view. The bridge provides a passage of the gap without closing underneath. It's a very simple definition. So now the latest technology we reach to the many folds, particularly in case of the bridges are selected, any adverse the environmental and geological conditions, how they are asking. Next slide, sir. So when the bridge is constructed, and coming to the, I think, mythological issue. So it says about the, during the Ramayana says, the bridge is constructed and there is the recent, actually, some of the evidence also shares. You can see the next slide. You can see the, take about the remote sensing imagery. So even in the oceanic bottom, we are showing about these are the inputs. So these are giving the indications. These are the, I think, the bridges were constructed, and the, during this time, I think we have to appreciate about the how the bridge is constructed. Even today, it is one of the important aspects for the bridge engineers. Next slide, sir. So you can see the satellite imagery very clearly can indicates this is the, I think, bridge site selection in Rameshwaram, that area you can see. Why I'm mentioning about the bridge is a gap. The definition of bridge also given. The site selection for the passage of the passengers from last stage, even from the Stone Age to the present age, the bridge is taken into revolutionary changes. Next one, slide, sir. And you can see the one of the bridge in Pambam railway bridge. It is one of the marvelous. It is constructed 1914. One of their engineers, British engineers, and under the influence of the oceanic waves. Even today, the bridge is okay, no problem at all, actually, I think. And you can see the construction of in this particular area indicates about how the bridge engineers are taken in a particular in case of the oceanic bottoms. Next slide, please. Yeah. You see this is a Pambam bridge. It is the 1914, and it was the first sea bridge and the longest sea bridge in India. And afterwards, you can see this is the bridge is experienced about the problem with the tsunami. Next slide. And you can see the natural hazards here, how these natural hazards are impacted. Next slide, please, sir. So these are the natural hazards are occurring in India. There are the many issues are related to our bridge engineers also. Next slide, sir. So this is the in the 1964. This is the one of the, I think, Pambam bridge. You know, one of the worst disasters. You can see the first time the tsunami hit to this particular the bridge, and there was, I think, even today they're not At the time, there was no one knows what is a tsunami. Tsunami word came, it is the oceanic word only. So that is impacted and the worst disasters taken place in India. Next slide, sir, please. And you can see I want to tell about how these tsunamis are impacted. Is the plate boundary. This is the plate boundary and it's the displacement. When the sudden displacement takes place, the large scale. That means the earth tremors will be created in the earth bottom or oceanic bottom. All earth tremors will not create any tsunamis. All earthquakes will not get the tsunamis. The earth tremors which is exceeding to the limits of that one, then only it can going to get the tsunami wave. This is the tsunami wave. Next one. So you can see this is the satellite imagery and showing about during the 1964 and how much of the impact taken place on the bridge engineering side. That one. Next one side. So this is the bridge side. This is the tsunami wave traveled along with this direction. It is impacted to the large disasters. Next one, please. So this is the description of the characteristic picture of this particular site. Construction 1970, 11 started. It is ended 14 and is opened. And it's also now I think reconstructed. I think after now latest bridge almost constructed. Maybe I think within a few months it is going to open for the public. One. So this is the Pombum, the vertical sea bridge, almost ready, completing in 2023. So you can see now I think what is impacted by the hydraulic waves. It is completely I think reconstructed. Now I think almost in final stage. Maybe to couple of months it is about to start the commencement. Next one. The bridge will come like this. Next one, sir. So if we take about the global picture, and you can see how the earth is just look like it's in an ocean. Even if you take from I think everybody also feel that one. Earth is floating in water. So tsunami waves very clearly can also indicate about the latest satellite imagery indicating about the tsunami. Next slide, sir. So this is tsunami formation, wave formations. Little fast because there are 274 slides are there. So little fast tsunami wave formation. Next one. So this is the most important. So the coastal zones will create a lot of problems. That's why the ocean engineers, I think IIT Chennai is there, and National Institute of Ocean Technology also working. The most important aspect, coastal zones will have the large scale impact about the not only tsunami waves, the sea waves also. So this is the coastal dynamics will play a major role in the coastal interactions when preserving the hydraulic structures. Next one, sir. So the four different vertical forces in this one, the phase with the moment of restriction, phase with the uplift of the bridge, and phase with the download forces, and these will be impacted. So vertical forces will damage to the upstream because of the tsunami waves. Next slide, sir. The larger scale, the experimental induced, I think it is the case of the eminent engineers, they're given the world conference. What are the impact of the tsunami waves forces on the bridges because engineering point of view. So he concluded, next paper, sir. So this is the video. Can you click that one? And sound also will be there.
Sir, the media is unavailable, sir.
No, no, it will come is just click this one here, here, here. Here.
Sir, down it is coming like the media is unavailable.
Is not coming.
Sir.
Can you click on this one here? Okay.
It's not coming, sir.
Okay, okay, next slide. So this is the impact of the tsunami disaster taken in the Japan, and we also visited this site also. It is one of the important disaster, and it is impacted a large scale of coastal structures. Several bridges are collapsed. Next one. And this is the I want to tell about this is the most important. Generally, the displacement will take place in the major faulted zone. So faulted zone means this is major displacement. When cutting across the large forces, then this displacement will impact the upward rise of the waves, and this will be goes in a very fast direction. Next slide, sir. So this is the structure of the areas, large scale of energy released, and it is the tsunami is impacted. Next slide, please. And see the tsunami word. This is one of the concept part of the hydraulic engineers are studying about, because most of the world, you see in the entire the world, the trade and commerce and engineering structures, coastal zones are the one of the gateways for trade, commerce, economic development. So a large scale of engineering structures are built in coastal zones, even still also planning. Even Japan also planning to construct many across not only bridges, even the constructing even the ocean. The Osaka airport is constructed in a ocean that fills completely the ocean and the technology. Now the entire area, 5 to 10 kilometers of area, is now under the ocean. It means the ocean is slowly converted into the land areas, where the land is a problem. So now the oceanic structures, because Earth is where only almost the 75% of land still we are not utilized. So they will come for us to also go for a oceanic structures. That's why I think we have to know about many aspects of the ocean engineering. Now presently, a lot of research ongoing in Western universities also, including India, IITs, NITs, other engineering colleges also. They find about what are the structures to be built on the base of the coastal hydrodynamics. Next one, sir. So you can see the struck place, one of the Indian major tsunami impacted here. So this is the tsunami waves. You can see these are the waves generated, and you can see the upward. Next slide. You can see this is the, you can think about the tsunami started at Indonesia. Why Indonesia? Indonesia even today also earthquakes are taking place. You can go to the USGS, the website. So they are given regularly. So this is the stable zone becomes unstable because of the large scale of the seismic zones. So when the seismic zones are impacted, the zones started here waves. You can see of just from Indonesia to India, long way. And it is almost the tsunami started the Indonesia and reached to the Indian east coast, Maldives, and also it reached to the Africa. So when the Indonesia started, from Indonesia to Sri Lanka, it took almost 4 to 5 hours time to reach India. But unfortunately, during 2004, India not aware about what is a tsunami and how it will impact it. USGS is informed India tsunami is reaching to you. Why can't you take the precautions? And that is one of the major problem for us. Later was, I think, we started, and I think now we are reached to the stage about tsunami warning stations already started. And I think you may be knowing about tsunami warning station is in Hyderabad. that is Incoisis. It's just, I think, Pragati Nagar, just 2 to 3 kilometers from our JNTU, Hyderabad University. The tsunami, I think, Incoisis means the ocean information system. Every day, entire our Indian coast is guarding by the RP's headquarters in Hyderabad. Even I think that will be monitoring the east coast, west coast, and even the global also. So I think if the engineers are interested or training, I can visit that one. Some of our friends also working. The worth to see, you can see about really how the Indian coasts are monitoring, not only tsunami purpose, waves, wave dynamics, wave resources, even fishes are, where the fishes are available, even daily also they'll use information based on the remote sensing weather techniques. So this is the tsunami conditions. Next slide, sir. And this is the impacted, several impacted taken place. I don't want to tell about. These are the pre-impacted taken place here. Dynamics. Next one. And this is the tsunami waves, depth and velocity. Next slide. So this is the earthquakes generating tsunami works. Next one. So tsunami impact on bridges. Recent earthquakes that has occurred in the Indian Ocean, and these waves are inundated large number of bridge damage connection to the superstructures, and many cases they washed away the bridges. And afterwards they find about what is the impact of these tsunami waves on bridges. Next one, sir. So in the 2000, they are estimated about 252 bridges are washed away by the tsunami, and 81 bridges in Sumatra also washed away. Next one. One of the bridge engineer, I think even given the reasons. So how the three-dimensional fluid dynamics, they are working about the numerical case studies. Now they developed the numerical studies with the software systems, and they were the impacted, they are given. They designed the structures, their stimulation structures in a laboratory also. They have structures where the ocean, and they create these structures. They can upload structures, they can experiment, and they can also study it. They are given about the major impact or bridges are taking place on the basis of the fluid dynamics. Next one. This is you can see the tsunami impact. The taken place more than cable stay bridge in Japan region. They are so height, it is the impacted on the natural hazards. It is severely impacted. Next one, right here. So you can see the wave is cut to the bridge, and almost you can see the damage in the Japan region. Next one. So this is the India region already given. Next one. So these are the tsunami damage in India. Next slide, sir. The changes of local environment structures. So there are many researches are given. The reduce of the features, and what are the impactors, an indication about the density and flow speed and dynamics of the waves impacted the particular structures. Next one, sir. The breakwaters can be used. I think nowadays, I think in go to coastal zones, even Vizag, coastal coast, other areas, go to west coast also. So now I think they are the tsunami coastal breaks are now started, the breakwaters. Next one. So these are the sea walls are building, even our Pondicherry also they given. So before bridges construction, some areas sea walls are built, then after the bridges also constructed. So India is about a large scale, almost 7,516 kilometers, the coastal line, and 45% of Indian coasts have the threat of the coastal erosion. So that is the, I think you can expect about how much of threat for the areas. So here I think they constructed the sea walls to minimize the impact of the sea waves. Next one. And you can see these are the technical the hydraulic engineers are designed rubble mound, conventional rubble mound, berm breakwaters, and they also the monolithic areas, vertical component, horizontal component. One. Then these are the breakwaters. This is very important for us to protect the coastal zones, even sea waves and tsunami waves. Next slide. So this is the stability of rubbles because of they created such a way underplay water geophysics and it based on the structure. The toe and pew can be planned, it can be minimized. Next. And the nowadays geotextiles are also they're making this one latestly to tube submerged breakwaters they're constructing in the highly vulnerable coastal sites. Next one. And these are some techniques reduce sea tsunami cyclonic waves, and these structures also we are also planning, and that's somewhat executed along the coastal shores. Next one. In the tsunami, these are barriers, very scientifically constructed. In India, I think many breakwaters and sea protection walls are constructed. There are many areas, see, this stones are dumped there, I think, and afterwards, after the areas, the sea waves are taken over the most of the particularly in Calcutta. It means they're not properly designed the coastal structures. Only temporarily they fit. This is happening in many cases of the east coast and west coast. So that is but now people are constructing the wave. Even the wave comes, water will comes here, stops and falls down. Again, this water goes back. So that is the technology they are find about the tsunami. New technology. Next one, sir. Is the most problems for understanding about the earth interior. Plays the major role. Next one. So this is the earth tremors when taken place. The one force here, second force here. These are tremors. The seismic waves are generated. This displacement leads to the seismicity of the region. Next one. So you can see very clearly, this is the earth tremors below the ocean, the displacement, and this created the oceanic displacement. Next one. And you can see not only this one, before bridge, the seismic waves during the earth tremors, even sometimes the tsunami and as well as earth tremors also they influence. So the two forces are impacted. The largest is displacement. You can see the displacement of the below the bridge structures. And this is actually the interior of the earth. Even today, we are still in a position to see about how the crust core and surface waves these are generating round the clocks. The earthquakes, I think if you feel that one, and you already studied, everybody knows about that one. The earth, I think in a day, almost tremors will take place almost round the clock. And just like how the ocean waves will comes and hit to the coast and goes back that one, same way, seismic waves will continuously generate and come and touch to the surfaces goes back. Whenever the large displacement, then only you are going to get about the displacement. So, and the earth is so sensitive. I think even some of the bridge suspension and some bridge movement where we are find about where we are going to study about the seismic waves. Even vehicular movement on a particular road also will be impacted on the areas. So this is the structure. You can see seismic edges are impacted on the bridges. Large scale displaced bridges are collapsed. Next one. You can see the entire bridge is collapsed. Next one. And you can see the seismic waves, damage, and even approaching road also is been as completely displaced, and you can see the fractures and systems. Next one. And this is, I think, I want to tell this, I think, one of the fascinating to explain to you for our all engineers. The entire the world,
చూస్తున్నా మీరెవరు
better to stop this
అదే
video.
నీకు నా దగ్గర ఎప్పుడో పాత నంబర్ ఉంది అది ఎవరిదని డైల్ చేశాను ఏం పేరు
Previous slide again. Yeah. Somebody this better to stop this speaker, sir. So this is the very important to understand our engineers. Entire the world, if you see the one single scan of the image, you can see this is our Indian coast. You can see about these are the ring of fires. What are ring of fires? These are very hot, very seismic zones entire the world. These are most dangerous seismic areas. The large scale of oceanic, I think, volcanic eruptions. Tsunamis are restricted to these areas. And you can also see here, these are the big ridges. This ridge is bigger than the Himalayas. In the ocean, now we are getting the west coast. One mountains building is activities almost developed. The height of this is more than the Himalayas. That means entire the ocean, you can see the number of the mountain chains are there. So these mountain chains are pushing to the Indian coast, and the India coast will be movement. That's why I think this plate tectonism in the entire the world. That's why Earth is not only seismic, plate tectonic. There are international journal of tectonic, plate tectonic, highly advanced mathematicians. So Earth is not stable under the not only stimulus, the plate tectonism gives about the shifting of these continents taken place. Even today, the continent is just moving from 2 to 3 centimeters for north direction. India is moving this one. So it is very small for us, but if you take up a long span of the gel time, large area can be taken. That's the reason why the earth, all plates are very vibrant, and even for geotechnical, the anywhere where the construction taking place, they'll go for very systematically the earthquake tremors. We are not expected only earth coming. The seismic waves are can be generated round the clock anywhere. Has to take the percent. This is one of the most important areas to understand about how earth present structure, what is happening, what future will be there, and we may know about here also some type of the mountains may generate in the future course. Whether you see, we won't see that the different issue. Right, sir? So these are the earthquake hazard map prepared by the geotechnical engineering, and useful for any engineer. If you want to get the information, data is available, and they can also use for designing of dams or structures or anything. You can refer. Next one. And you can see these are the seismic activity taken place Indian coast. Next slide. And this is the most important part, the Bureau of Indian Standard 2002. I think he knows everyone. I think the India is now they made into only 4 zones: zone 2, 3, 4, 5. Earlier was zone number 1 was there. Now Bureau of Indian Standards, they revised, they make into the Indian the seismic zone. This is very important vital information for particular for the civil engineers, geotechnical engineers, design engineers, and building engineers to understanding about the seismic mapping. So even today, all bridge engineers build structures, they'll go meticulously, they can find about whether we are in the zone number 2, 3, 4, 5. So zone number 2 is a little safe. You can see about the next slide. See zone number 2. Zone number 2 is may expected to get the Richter scale of magnitude 5. Richter scale of magnitude 5, as per the, it is, I think, not much dangerous to the civil engineering structures. So the geo number 3, you can see the more than 6, geo number 4, 7, 8. You can see Chennai, geo number 3, and the coastal zones of the Kerala and Karnataka, geo number 3. And you can also see even the our Andhra Pradesh, even in the coastal zone, it is number 2. But in west coast, you can see zone number there is number 3. Our coastal zones will not get this. The zones are very important. Is done by the seismic engineers available. Even the in each site of the area required for engineers, now data are available. They can supply to you. So not only civil structures, for any bridging structures or any construction structures, you have to go for on the basis of the designed by the Bureau of Indian Standards. You can see the Ahmedabad area, road number 5. You can see the Srinagar, and these are Himachal Pradesh. And you can also know that Himachal Pradesh, you are getting a lot of the tremors as well as landslides and problems. And you can also see the entire India or the safer zones, unsafer zones, and the vital information. Next one. So the research scale is given, how much of the energy can be generated, and the 6 means this much of the energy can reduce, much of the 4 tons of the nuclear energy. Next one. And next to the impact is, so far is studied about tsunamis and studied about the earth tremors. So generally, the many bridges were constructed on the, I think, the rivers. The floods are the major problems. So floods causes, just one, next page. So the causes of floods, as our bridge engineers, we know about heavy rainfall, inadequate river channels, excessive erosion, large scale of erosion, environmental areas, and the natural hazards, and shifting of the river courses. This is very important. India, I think one of the example, very well, shifting of the river courses in Kosi River, and even in case of in case of the Bihar areas, the river is, I think, shifted in the direction. The river flow direction shifting is adversely impacted, and many rivers are changed, still are under the process because of the earth dynamic structures, and the earth courses of the rivers are changes. The course of rivers also changes, also leads to the major floods. That's why we have to know about this problem is raised. I think in case of the planning for Konkan Railway, we worked that one. During the Konkan Railway, the construction, the bridges are constructed, but problems came after construction of bridges. Several bridges are given problems. Why? Because the bridges which are constructed unknowingly were constructed on the failure channels that would not look like as any bridge side. It was earlier, it was the river as a failure channel, and then again reconstructed. Like that, I think West Coast, I think there are several problems are come across. We are also in the West Coast, we also analyze there one also. There are several problems are comes about the, particularly in case of the failure channels. Next one, sir. The floods. Next one. These are the flood zones of our India, is given by the Water Resources Department, Government of India is given. Next one. So these are the different areas, flood zones are given, entire our India, which is the vulnerable, site is vulnerable. Next one. And the floods in India. So it is the highly silted system. Himalayan region, Brahmaputra Valley is the one of the more important. And the bridges, the average rainfall also one of the areas. Next one. And you can see the floods impact, the structures. Next one. So this is the river course damages, the large scale. The Kosi River, just I mentioned, the old course and new course is changing. This is the even today also we are getting large scale of the, I think, the floods because of the river is changed the direction, the geomorphological conditions, water conditions. Next slide. So this is Kosi River during the floods and landslides damage. This is the similar bridges. It is, I think, during recently, last 2 months back, this is the railway line and as well as the floods and damage that one. Next one. The heavy floods in the Himachal Pradesh impacted bridge structure. You can see it's totally collapsed. Next. And flash floods in Himachal Pradesh. You can see that one and where the bridge structure is collapsed. Next one. Next one. So the Yamuna Bridge recently you can see heavy floods that impacted. Luckily, bridge is not respected. Almost touched the, because earlier not expected the rise of water will reach that one. So hydraulic engineers will generally construct any bridge based on the more than 100 years data. Generally, civil engineers working for a bridge engineers while designing any river, they will take about the how much of data is available. Sometimes 20 years, 50 years. I think we are in a lot of data before independence also with data available. So what is the bridge? What of the floods are taken place entire? How many years data is available? So as per they say that one, better to take as many years as possible. Then only can know about how much of the maximum floods are come out. Then that only the benchmark for engineering point of view to design a bridge height. One. So you can see this is the bridge in Prakasham district. I think 2009. I think even Karnool also affected. I think this is the heavy floods. Next one. So structural bridge and flood hydrodynamics is the main suggestion. So hydrodynamic forces is the impact on the bridges. So the safety depends upon the how much you can make structures. Next one. So landslide debris flows impact on the bridge side structures. Next slide. This is the landslides. So you can see the which are the areas are more landslide. Don't expect landslides are coming only in north region. So most of the landslides are getting in a west coast of India, Nilgiri regions. So landslides, over the National Disasters Management Authority, the government of India, they released this one. The India landslide zones are given. The low, medium hazard, highly hazard, very high hazards. These are the areas. Next one. So these are the landslide affected areas, highly affected areas. Next one. So this is one of the landslide affected near Pune also taken place. West coast, the west coast are more problem. Next one. And even the landslides also taken place in the Uttarakhand also. Uttaranchal, this is one of the Uttarakhand 2013 is one of the typical problem of the heavy rainfalls, landslides, large scale of destructions. Next one. And this is one of the bridge structure. Large scale of the structures are constructed. 2017. So I think structures is several geotechnical problems and they are encountered, they are resolved. Almost 9.5 kilometers. Next one. Then Bhupen Hajarika Bridge, same thing. 9,150 meters. The coastal erosion, alluvium, the large scale of denudation, a large scale of geotechnical environmental problems are encountered, they resolved here. Next one. And this is also one of the bridges. It is the highest bridge in taken place. Is the area. It is not much impacted. That is the stability is, I think, somewhat problem here. Next one. So this is the Bandra Waroli Bridge. It is a sea project. So sea project, just one previous slide. This is the one of the typical. These foundations are laid on the Deccan basaltic terrains. So along with the when you are working in a L&T also, we also analyzed these bridge foundations. The basaltic terrain having about the vesicular basalts. That means when lava comes out, small vesicles are there. So the vesicular structure, when get the foundation, it will not give the proper foundations. So flow, one flow to another flow, sedimentation is there. And there the bridge filler is creating a lot of problems. So that is, I think, there encounters many problems to in the Bandra Waroli project also. Next one. So this is the one of the view, beautiful view. Next view. I can see this also here. You can see. By mentioning these rocks are the basaltic rocks. These rocks are highly fractured and dismantled. So these mineral tracks in the surface and subsurface, the foundations will be problem. That's why I think that has to take a lot of precautions. Bore logs are there and analyzed, then they decide. And this is also in Pune, think across the river. This is also lateritic terrain, the double structure. I think now I think these plans, I think Telangana government also planning for next. We can have the cable stay as well as this are not the Kolhapur bridge. This is Karnataka. It is 3 kilometers affected. Next one. So list of bridges not required. Next one. That one. And choosing the best site for bridge is very important. Next one. So volume of traffic, nature of river system, hydrometeor conditions, maximum flood level, geological conditions, and economic factors. Next one. The technical feasibility, very important. The build selection. Next one. The technical feasibility, I think I want to say this one. As an engineer, you know about not only bridge, road, or anywhere in structure. The civil engineers can decide about whether the structure will be feasible or not. I think you mentioned about eminent tower. I think for people they wrote about the books also. They also given about the many projects can be terminated or it can be processed on the basis of the first recognized survey. So that is the recognized survey will use the inputs to the civil engineers, and civil engineer is the one of the project, the person. Under him is major bridges, the geologist, geophysicist, and many people work out. They'll use all the details to the civil engineers to take the decision. So he has to leader for the project. He has to get about the information whether structure is feasible or not. This is the recognized structures. Next one. So recognized structures, nowadays, the best example are getting about the satellite imageries. Any areas available. And I think now many like L&T and even particularly in case of our Tata construction projects, I work in L&T also. They're getting the very sophisticated satellite imageries, very even not only satellite images, now we're getting cartosat images also getting. Next one. Next slide. So this is cartosat image can show support the bridge site. Next one. Little faster. This cartosat imagery can bridge site showing that one very clearly we will find about. Next, this is the cartosat imagery field conditions. Very clearly, you can see the field conditions you're getting. And you can see the reconnaissance survey. You can assess where these surveys were possible. Next one. You can see the cartosat arm. Just wait. So imageries and the cartosat imageries, any areas are available, and the rock types, dynamics, coastal zones, or any areas, data can available, and we can assess assess the area which is suitable or not. Now drone technology also latest technology. The drone technology why required? Suppose you are working in inaccessible areas. You require about the topography of the region or topographical or areas. So you can generate your own way. Now technology is so advanced. So you can generate your own way using about drone technology, remote sensing imagery. You can get the three-dimensional imagery. The data is connected. Data can connect to the computers. The software systems are available. Then immediately the data can be analyzed. Data. This is very fast nowadays. Systems are so fast developed. The data analyzed, data interpreted, data can be analyzed, then added the artificial intelligence to monitor. But ultimate decision is ours. But the drone technology gives that one. Next one, say, next slide. Little faster. Time is very short for us. The 3D flight training. Next one. See, this is the drone technology fitted. This area, if you wanted to take any site selection, drones can be given, the data can be collected. Next one. And you can see the data collected, the data will be, you are going to get this one area. Data can be generated. And you can see the applications, areas, and the bridge geology, three-dimensional view. Next. Yes. Then the desktop survey. What desktop survey? This is the desktop survey will be for the selected whether the bridge site will be suitable or not. So the remote sensing imagery and the drone technology using, you are going to can generate own areas to get the first information. Next one. We are going to get the topo sheets of the bridge sites. Everyone knows about. Next one. So this is the topo sheet of the region. Anywhere of the countries available, excluding the restricted topo sheets, and we can plan mostly on the using of the topo sheet, where the proposed the bridges are suitable or not, and the desktop survey we can plan all these things. Next one. So nowadays I think desktop surveys are latest improvement. The same topo sheet will be available in the form of the digital component, and you can analyze, you can enlarge, and you can pinpoint the areas. Then you can select the areas using. So old traditional systems, the hard copies are converted into desktops, and that also available. Survey of India, government organization in Hyderabad also there. They will supply all the types of the topo sheets, excludingly the restricted zones, coastal zones, and defense zones will not be given for general public. That's also given to the areas we get the permission from the government agencies. Next one. And this is the contours, the elevations very clearly can on the computer you can identify which area suitable, what are the elevations, they can be measured. Next slide, sir. As you see, this is the when the bridge site and dam site there, ISO height of the entire the topo sheet. They're designing. This is also planning the topo sheet on the basis of the river system, how they're damaged on the area. So Orissa region we are done. So the road network is coming entire India.
So Engarreddy sir, any slides on sir?
When based on the slides, I think
Time, another 5 to 10 minutes, whether it will get closed.
Yeah, I will just stop this one.
Right. Thank you.
Just next one, next slide. I'll go to come next one.
Sir, countries are good, highly observable.
Can you go for next slide, sir? Okay. Time is short now. So ultimately, so the bridge which are going to construct it in a hazardous areas, so required a detailed geological, geotechnical, seismological investigations. So site selection is not so simple. Required a detailed mapping of the region. So whether these bridges are constructed on the coastal zones, the several case studies also there. Even for information to the Durgancheru cable stay project, which are I think constructed. So I am also one of the person and assisted along to him, Ink Chaudhary, and one of the Ink Chow, one of the Korean expert, he designed for the engineering geological areas we visited and analyzed, case study also there. So that area given a detailed interpretation, borehole logs are taken, and even Hyderabad, even it is under the hard rocks also, granites also there. But there is the large scale of the, I think, the weathered portion is there in the Durgancheru region because of the large scale silting taken place. So that's why I think the pillar of that one is taken to the, I think, part of will be taken to bottoms. So that is the taken for the or borehole logs are there, we are given and systematically done and very restricted area. So that is designed done. So hard rock, don't think only hard rocks are very stable. Even the hard rocks are stable. Rocks are highly weathered. The designing of the bridge also the one of the major problems. That's why I think they take a lot of inputs designing. So bridges, the construction, bridge engineers, bridge geologists, and the seismological engineering and the hydrodynamics forces. So site selection is one of the important aspects. You work from the lot of technology now, advanced technology available. Lot of data is available. And earlier also unable to get the topology available and digital topology are available, satellite data available, cartosat data available. Even you can also develop your own data. And only thing is, whatever data available, but ultimately the interpretation is depends upon the how best the engineer can be taken, and he can be taken the inputs from the field, major projects. They refer to the Geological Survey of India, the government organization. Their engineering geological wing will come and inspect that part. The different wings will come out, work out under the project civil engineer. He has to give because geologists, geophysicists, geochemists, seismologists, all divisions will give the inputs to the civil engineer. He is the project engineer. He has to take the decision. The project decision will be taken by the civil engineer, not by the seismologist, not by geologist, not by engineering geologist. So this is the taking the decision is not so simple. Engineer can know how the best we can get the information. So that is why the project manager, civil engineering plays a major role. Our eminent scientists who are got the award and the one of the auspicious day, I'm giving that one. So they wrote the books at Nagarsar project and other areas. They done lot of books available. The case studies and the inputs. Even our youngsters nowadays, I think they're not unable to know how best they can use that one. So site-specific conditions, all data is available, but data to be identified, site-specific conditions, site-specific engineering, geological, or conditions to be decided with the managerial skill of the engineer, the civil engineer, has to analyze, he has to know all the knowledge. And data is available, softwares are available, even artificial intelligence are available. But all these things, above all, our knowledge. Artificial intelligence will not solve the problem. If data is entered the wrong, everything goes wrong. So what software systems are developed, what taken places. Above all is our own, and ultimately decisions taken by the engineer. So I'm proud to say engineers who build the nation. Thank you very much giving me valuable time to share my thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the nice and very pragmatic talk on
Yes, sir.
this one. Any questions, please?
Any discussions? Any can give add also.
Sir, dear honorable participants, anybody want any questions, sir?
They can also suggest me also.
Okay, sir. I think everybody is happy with the talk. There is no questions, sir. Now I take further forward. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to call you for this.
Yeah. I will come to you. I think the Institute of Engineers.
The honor of our eminent engineer, Engineer Matur Gopal Rao garu. Thank you, sir. Now, may I request our engineer G. Venkat Subbai garu, Doctor, Honorary Secretary, kindly to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Brahmareddy garu. Eminent speaker, Dr. D. Venkatreddy garu. Professor Engineer B. Brahmareddy, Chairman, IA Telangana State Center. Dr. ISN Razu, Council Member and Convener of today's Endowment Lecture. Dr. Pushpa Maturi, Dr. Nagbhushan Rao, Dr. G. Rameswar Rao, Professor Dr. Ramna Nayak, Professor Dr. Muhammad Moinuddin, Dr. K. Subbireddy, Professor C. Ramanujacharyalu, Engineer G. Kondal Rao, Engineer Khagender, Engineer D. Rama, past presidents and vice presidents of IEI, past chairman, past honorary secretaries, committee members of IEI Telangana State Center, corporate members of IEI, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. On behalf of IEI Telangana State Center and on my own behalf, I convey our sincere and profound thanks to eminent speaker, Dr. D. Venkatreddy garu, who spontaneously accepted our invitation and given a lecture on the very latest technology related to the dams. Thank you, sir. Venkatreddy garu. I am grateful to the past presidents, vice presidents of IEI, past chairman, past honorary secretaries, committee members of IEI Telangana State Center, corporate members of IEI, family members of Engineer Matur Gopal Rao garu, and others who made it convenient to attend this endowment lecture. Thanks to one and all. Now I request all of you kindly stand for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Okay, once again, thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Anurag. Thank you, Anurag.
Thank you.
Thank you.